Hello everybody, welcome back to another GT3 series video. So we're at the Red Bull Ring, and for those observant of you can see that it's raining. So we've got awful rain at the Red Bull Ring today. We're in for two races. I'm only going to cover the first race in this video. I'm going to do the second one in a future release. This is the shorter sprint race. 15 laps. It was probably about half an hour long, to be fair, so quite a long sprint race between all the guys, and yeah, we've got the rain conditions to put up with as well. So we're still dealing with the usual rules, so we're not allowed traction control. We've still got tyre wear to deal with, we've still got fuel depleting. Because it's a longer sprint race, we've got to worry about all of that more. Normally tyres and fuel are manageable in the sprint races, but in this one we were finding that was an issue. And to be fair, it'll come to play later in the video, but that's something that I didn't know coming into this because of just how busy I've been lately. I've not had any time to do any race sim testing to figure out just how long a set of wet tyres would last, so God knows. So let's get into it and just see what cracks off. So as you can see, Janbu is a new driver to us. Janbu's driving the Audi R8 LMS, and he knocked in an absolutely stonking pole, like 143 dead. To give you some context, I was 1.5 seconds back from him in second place, and I'm not bad in the wet. I'm quite. I'm not saying it's a talent of mine, but I seem to be quite good on the throttle control and having the patience out of corners and stuff. So for Janbu to come in, he's come down from Pro. Absolutely stunning time. A couple of new entrants into the league that you won't be familiar with as of yet. The next one we're going to come to is Perzel. So Perzel is another guy that's come down to us from Pro and NGR E30, which means I've got another BMW in here as well. So I'm going to be aiming to beat E30 every single time, on the basis that if I'm the quickest BMW, at least I've got something out of it. Right, let's see what the first wet race brings us. So traction off the line is going to be bloody impossible, so we all take it really steady. A couple of people absolutely flying at the back. Janbu gets an absolute storm. I look at Cutler coming through the back. Looks like E30's had a bit of a nightmare. Cutler's up 4 places so far already coming through the start. Looks like everyone gets through here nice and respectfully. There was a fear that it was going to turn into absolute carnage. Cutler up into 5th. He's challenging for 4th as well. Looks like he's probably going to get that move done given his car position. Storming start from this man. Meanwhile, the top 3 were as we were. So Janbu leads away from me. Robinson's going to take a look. I see him coming. I give him the room. I want a wide line there anyway. Robinson doesn't get a good of an exit, and I managed to keep the place. Cutler now up into 3rd behind me. Further on down the line, a couple of guys having not brilliant first laps, but one key thing I will say is everyone kept this nice and tidy. We were terrified of banging each other's cars to smithereens. We've got full damage on, of course, so if you get damage you have to pit to get rid of it, and it does cost you quite a considerable amount of time. So it was a fear of ours, especially because it was so easy to lose control of your car and essentially just go off into a barrier or a wall or something like that. A little bit later on we'll take you for a lap of the Red Bull Ring in the wet, so you can sort of get a driver's eye perspective of what this was like. Meanwhile, everyone filing in order, keeping it nice and clean. Looks like Perzel's popping out for Joanna, but he's too far back. I don't know why he took that line. Joshington there, MRC Buddy in the Aston. Aston's an absolute handful here, that car would be. Not driven it, but I can imagine just how difficult that thing would be to handle. GTRs would be a handful as well. Probably the one track that the non-GTRs have an advantage. As we see Cutler lose it, that's going to put him all the way down. Let's have a little bit of another look at that. So as we go on board with Cutler, right, we'll go back to the TV replay cameras. And so it looks like he just gets it a little bit hot coming out of the corner and does lose that. Right, coming back up to the front of the field then, I'm chasing down Jambu, but he's just pulling away. There's no excuse for it, he's just downright faster here than I am. There's a reason he's in pros. He just spins the car around 360. That Audi rear wheel drive will just get collected as Robinson gets past him, as Jambo gets back up to racing speed. Purcell coming up as well. And one thing that was prevalent in these conditions is just how hard it is to recover from incidents. The cars do not get back up to speed easy, and you can quite easily find yourself have another accident almost straight away because you've shredded the hell out of your tyres. So Chiwino again rocking the CJW-Racing logo on his car. Congrats to that, my friend. I see Buddy have a bit of an issue at the back. That's going to give him some damage, so he might need to pit to get rid of that because he's got some suspension damage in there. So that's going to mean whenever he's loading that right front corner up, cars just going to want to go wide. That's not going to help him out. Joshington is at the back. Joshington was struggling today. Not really a fan of the wet weather conditions. So as you can see, looking at the track map, I've got quite a healthy gap right now. I was pulling a gap to Robinson as well. So as long as Robinson kept Jambu behind him, I knew I'd be alright. Robinson's a great driver, someone who can defend a position when he wants to, and he was defending this. So he did me a massive favour at this stage of the race by sort of defending away to Jambu. You see, look, he keeps it in. Both of those cars struggle to get the power down. Robinson absolutely sticks it. Once that GTR grips, it's gone. Basically. Jambu's going to have the inside line. Chiwino and Purcell look to take advantage of loss of speed these two might have. Robinson takes the outside line. Jambu just tucks in and lets him have it. Good racing from Jambu there. And gets on the power. Is he going to have it on the run down to T3? He is. Yeah, so Jambu's back up now. Okay, so let's see how things filter on. Let's go for a little bit of a lap in the rain then. So on lap 6, about to start lap 7, Jambu is still catching me. I can see him in my mirrors now. So approaching T1, you want to widen your entry as much as possible. You're aiming for that little yellow sausage. You want to clip that basically. Steady on the power. I'll just try and give you a little bit of a who knows. Anyway, I'll stop dicking about now. Turn 2, braking about 125 metres. You're uphill, so it's easy to brake quite nicely for this. I do just clip the curb. You can widen your entry if you want. Partial throttle until I got into 3rd gear, and then I had the torque to basically put the power down. Now this corner is awful in the wet. If you brake too late here, you are in the gravel without a shadow of a doubt. So trail braking is pretty important. I got a nice tight early apex and widened my exit out just to enable maximum exit speed. But as you can see, I'm not on full power until the straight, and then I'm only on full power for like a second, dipping back down again, really gently on the throttle, and then power down again just as soon as I feel the balance of the car settle a little bit. Left to right hander, the car weight transfer here just really unsettles things. Again, you've got to just balance it, just feel the grip basically. It's hard to explain how to manage that one. Down a gear, you can throw this in the camber, the corner allows you to run the car wide, a little bit of a dab on the brakes, throw her in and back on the power gently, and then boom, straight down as soon as you can. So this is a lap of Red Bull Ring in the Rain. This one is a 1:44.4, so it's my fastest lap of this race. But if we flick back to Jambu, he did a 1:43.8, so you know it was a lot quicker than me in this race. Tyre wear, we're starting to lose rear tyres, and that's because we're wheel spinning these a lot, so the heat build-up in these tyres is causing me some issues. I wasn't really feeling it now, but I will start to do that in a couple of laps time. Purcell's holding on to third, has pulled quite a bit of a gap to Robinson behind. Robinson and Joanna have been involved in a little bit of a battle, and that's just enabled Purcell to pull away. So Joanna is sticking with Robinson. So two GTRs fighting out on track. Dangly Ball doing a good job in 6th, to be fair. Dangly Ball, nice and consistent. So his lap time's absolutely bang on, to be brutally honest. Cutler, who we saw have that issue on lap 2, has just been trying to recover his race. He's got some damage as well from something, so he'll be, as you can see there, that front left is just all over the shop. So having a bit of a nightmare at the minute is our Cutler. Buddy looks to have pitted at some point because he's now got rid of his damage. I thought he had some. So he's now starting setting personal best lap times. That Aston is a handful, but it's capable of really bloody good times as well. As we see, just get a bit leery out of turn 2. Joshington and Viali embroiled in a little bit of a battle as well, and then NGR E30 just really struggling in the BMW to get that car. It is hard to handle this car. Okay. So this is where things start to get interesting. So, to be brutally honest, I qualified second. At this point, with Jambu as close as he is behind me, when he got to me, wasn't going to fight him. I was actually at this point thinking, right, I'm thinking of where I can let him go, to be honest. I know he's about 6/10 a lap quicker than me. That Audi is just an absolute beast of a car anyway, and he's a good driver, so that combo is planning to make things difficult for me, especially with 6 laps to go. If this was a 10 lapper, then you can bet your arse I'd defend this until anything else. So I think it was coming around this next section. I was sort of thinking, right, I'm just going to let him go through into T1. Minimal time loss. I'll just pull to the inside, let him take the racing line, and I'll tuck back in. So T1 or T2 as well was decided I was going to let him go. No point fighting it, so I just wanted to pick my battles, especially in the rain. Red Bull Ring isn't renowned for being an overtaking circuit. There's only really one good opportunity in turn 2, and in the rain that's just made it even harder. So yeah, I had decided at that point that as long as I could come home in second, I would be more than happy with my result. Minimal practice time, the setup on the car was pretty basic, but here's where the curveball happens. Jambu peels off into the pits. I don't know if this was part of his plan, so he's got enough fuel, but at this point he pits for tyres. So he's obviously been able to identify what I've not been able to do, and that is that tyre wear is a pain in the arse once you get past the 10 lap mark. So he pits for tyres. Unfortunately, that's going to lose him a little bit of track position, I think, as Purcell might just make it through in front of him. Let's see where he comes out. No, he comes out in front of Purcell. So Jambu now has clear track ahead of him. Quite critical he got out in front of Purcell. He's got clear track ahead of him. He's probably topped up his fuel a little bit in order to fully attack me. And he's got fresh tyres as well, so that's going to prove key towards the latter part of this race now, because my tyres are going to go off. They literally fall off a cliff. My grip just goes to absolute smithereens. So let's see how that develops. Pick up the action, lap 13, 2 full racing laps to go, and he is right on my chuff. And at this point, as you can see by the little graphic bottom left hand corner, my tyres are dead. I've already experienced a lot of oversteering moments. I'm not finding it as easy getting the power down. I'm losing time, so I'm now running in the 145s as opposed to 44s. So yeah, I'm losing pace. I do sort of, because we're close to the end of the race, I'm half considering fighting this, but in all brutal honesty, Jambu at this point held the fastest lap, which was a high 143, and I don't know, I just didn't think it was going to be possible. So I do pull over to the left here, but then as soon as he pulls out and gets ahead before the corner even sort of starts, that's the move made. So I just tuck back into his just tucked back into his bumper. Let's just have another look at that pass from Jambu's point of view. So yeah, he gets just a really good exit. Just fresh tyres. Just get power down. Just look at how fast he moves on here. So I'm all the way over to the left. And then it's about here where I just see him go past. I'm like, yeah, I've lost this. So took right back into the back of that Audi. And then I just want to use his toe. Well, as you can see, look, he just buggers off, basically. Just vanishes into the distance. So yeah, I'm not going to push this. What I don't want to do is chase after him, potentially lose, a second place. Because if we just flick back to Purcell's only just come out of turn 2, so I've got at this stage I think like a 10-second gap. It's Purcell and Robinson behind, so. I knew if as long as I kept it on the black stuff, I'd be absolutely fine. I knew the other guys that I hadn't pitted would have tyre wear issues as well. So yeah, that was that basically. A bit disappointing. Could have picked up my first win. Jambu the Alien hadn't been demoted from Pro because he was bloody fast here. But there we go. But we'll get confirmation of the results in a lap or so's time. We might as well stick with the action, just have a bit of a flick through the pack, I think. So, Purcell in third, currently holding on to the last step of the podium. Got a bit of a fair gap to Robinson. Robinson himself has pulled a little bit of a gap to Dangly Ball. Joanna, who has lost out from that a little bit, his tyres are equally dead. So he's now down in 6th. Cutler, who was stone dead last 12 laps ago, is recovered quite well, but he's carrying damage, so he's running quite slow laps. Buddy and Viali entangled in a battle. NGR in 30. He's down the back of the field. So final lap then. Jambu, well deserved winner, 42.9 fastest lap so far, so the lap he got past me on. Can't even really say I helped him with slipstream, to be fair, because he only had it for about 10 metres. But he's absolutely flown. Audi, to be honest, doesn't necessarily have an advantage at this track. I don't think the Audi's any better or worse than anything else. I think the Merc was probably the best car for the job. In that it was non-turbo, and yeah, the BMW suffered with that. As soon as it got on the turbo power, you could feel the wheel spin kicking in. But yeah, the Audi's a good car. But Jambu, I think, just with his setup and driving talent, sealed this one. So I'm going to see him coming across the line. So a well-earned, hard-fought, good tactical display by Jambu. Second place, happy with it, to be fair. So I'm alright with that. Purcell is going to bring us home to finish off the last of the podium in the Merc. A good car here, that Merc, so might be one to watch in race number 2. NGR Robinson in the filthy Pennzoil GTR. I do love that livery. It is a work of art, that thing. Dangly Ball, MRC livery GTR, Joanna, another GTR winner. Cutler, again, love the livery on Cutler's car. I think he designed that. Spits of flames going out the back side of that Merc. So I'd say he's been carrying damage and has had a spin. Can't be too despondent with that. With the way he gets off the line, he could be in for a damn good start. Yeah, so Cutler in the next race is going to be near the front of the grid, and we know how good he gets off the line. So yeah, anything could happen with that one, to be honest. We'll review the feature race in a separate video. A lot more to cover in that one, I think. Yeah, we'll get to that separately. I'll do it. I'll not give you any hints. It was a good race, though. To be fair, I actually quite enjoyed it. First race in the wet for me, and quite happy with how it went overall. A little bit gutted that I lost the place. I think if I'd have pitted when Jambu pitted, I'd have been okay, in fairness, because I'd had enough of a gap then to sort of defend it. But you know what? I don't think I'd have ever pitted off my own judgment. I'd have just carried that tyre wear. So who knows? Just as a heads up in terms of activity for the channel, just probably going to be a little bit quieter than normal over the coming couple of weeks. Just giving things a break, and racing's going to be one of them. Not for good, just a little bit of a give myself some space and breather time. I'll try and not to let it affect normal commitments, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we'll check back on the channel for the next video, which will be the feature race from Red Bull Ring. We're going to do that in light rain settings, so not as much kick up spray, but equally difficult. And I'll catch you then. So thanks for tuning in as always. Hit like, subscribe, throw a comment down below, share the video with everyone you know, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.